welcome back to the farm. We finally got a decent window to try to get this big old second cutting alfalfa field off. Look at, she's a little late because she's starting to blossom pretty heavy, but we got to do what we got to do. We got about 5 inches of rain in the past week, and thank the Lord, like I said, we got all these drainage ditches, these county drains, and that's why it's draining. You see, we're going to be leaving a little bit of mark, but we have no choice. Thunder showers and rain after the next 4 days for another week straight. So Greg's over yonder. He started in that disc spine with a 70, I think that's a 7610 John Deere, but he's laying it out. I got the honor to run this 4240 1980, completely rebuilt motor, starts on a dime, big power for what it is. And this is a brand spanking new disc spine, so it's my turn to run the brand new one, and his is only a year old. I'm gonna head down, we're gonna get rolling, we're gonna knock it out. Let's go. There it is. Trying to get this opened up. She is wet underneath there. Big time wet. But it won't dry unless you get it cut down. Turning it, I got Greg right on my tail coming behind me. Behind the mower. Wheels opened up. I knocked it down a notch. This tractor must be geared a little faster. I got a C2 and I found a spot. I cut in a little bit. Never had this happen, but we would wait for it to dry, but we need this day. We're going for it. This field's down here next to the dry cow lot. This was a new seeding last year, one of our prime hay fields, next to another tile cornfield. We'll be chopping that corn there will go in that silo. Coming up where I must have been directly on a tile run. Look at what I did. I cut right in. That's all right. We'll fix that up. We'll get her squared away. 6 inches of rain, close to 6, and I'll show you back here. The drains are full, the ditches are full, Clark. Into the windrow, pop that up like so. I can shift over to 1, hit this lever. There you go, swing that around. All in all, we're getting her. We're getting her. Line it up, lay it down. Down she goes. Shift her up. Here's what I wanted to show you. Get out of that tractor. It's hot out here, so it's gonna dry. But yeah, ditch is full. That's not helping. It looks like a box elder fell in there, but runs all, I've never seen it this full. It runs down and around. It usually plugs up on the other end of that other hay field we just took off, where I showed I was mowing hay with Grant last week. But we're gonna get to this other side here in a second, or a little bit later, and I'll show you where Greg had to go around a big area. Thank the Lord he's paying attention. He's in that 7610 where it's got a higher frame tractor. That's probably like a 99 maybe. Anyway, higher frame, and he's seen something he didn't like, so he went around it. And good thing he did is he went around it. There was standing water, because the field turns to muck on the other end of that. That's where that valley was, where I was showing you all them carrots. Well, it kind of feathers in through here, high ground here, and it goes back down into that muck, and down in that muck, and the muck and the ditch over there about the same height, same level. So she's ran in the field a bit. Let's go. Slowing this disc spine down, or the speed of the tractor down to C2 is helping to do a better job. It's clipping it right off where because it's pretty wet down there. We don't want to be pulling it and laying some over. But also notice my tack's not working. That's pegged at 2,500 RPM. Everything else seems to be working, but watch it. I'm gonna watch it. Everything else seems to be working, but I'm probably running C2 1,500 or 2,000 RPM. It feels like I've got her cranked right up, but we gotta have to look into that. Start tapping it. Up on the crown of the field here. I see Greg, my brother Greg's still over there cutting. He's gonna meet me in the middle. He was gonna stop and go to his son's baseball game, but it don't look like he's stopping. He wants to get her done. Mower's in the shed. I got the big Grant Man loaded up and buckled in. We're gonna go back and check out where we were just mowing, and how that ditch and how it's full, and I'll show you that big area Greg went around. But this is that new seeding that we got off. This is that more wheat growing back, and there's your alfalfa. But we were very lucky to get this off the way we did, and with all that rain, she's already just filling right in and growing up. So we're picking them off one by one, but all that rain took a toll on everybody. I know this whole country had some people flooding out. Greg crested this hill, and I'm glad he turned where he did, because you can see it gets pretty. He already run it up one good shot on this first run, and you see it dips down into muck like I said it did. Feel that wind's kicking right up. This is gonna be good. First day, Grant, that a thick windrow? Be careful, bud. But this is we're gonna get it. This is what I was hoping was gonna happen. But yeah, tiled field, but a lot of us running that way. On the main run, it runs the back, but you know, he stopped where he did. It's gonna be fine. But you can just see from this aerial shots of how much water, all the water from the farm, we're up on a hill. All the water from the farm comes back to this corner, and a lot of these fields, and it's a big pinch point, and so it takes some time. It gets here quick, but then from here it's got to drag around this back hayfield that got flooded in that corner right there, and then it's got to go all the way out and around. But other than that, it's not as bad. You can see with this, see us? Oh yeah, I can feel it right now. She's underwater still. Look how mushy that is. Yeah, I don't know how he's seen that. He must have felt it. He turned just in the nick of time. Didn't he, bud? Hey, Grant, give me 5, bud. Atta boy. Climb on in, bud. Yep, spin right around. Got some water in that ditch there, don't we, bud? In this back hayfield, this is a field that Grant and I cut. We got this off. The ditch bank blew and there's about an acre and a half there of the hayfield underwater. But I can't get too close, but yeah, it's a good thing you got your rubber boots on. He loves wearing rubber boots. It's the only boots he'll wear. His feet get kind of stinky, but hey, it panned out today, didn't it, bud? And I can see, we're gonna get up closer down here by this corn, but that water is running. Ditch is full, Clark, but she's moving. Let's get up there. Come on, bud. Walking in the edge of this corn, you can see that this whole field here this corner was underwater. Yeah, look at that. That's where she's draining out. And there she is. Yes. How you doing, buddy? Hold on tight. It's amazing that we got cut what we got cut. There's water in them tile runs is why. That one spot where I started sinking, I think I must have been right on a tile run is what happened back there. But yeah, that's some wicked stuff. Yeah, bud. Yeah, at one point when all this water was coming down, moving across, there was tornado warnings and all kinds of stuff. Seek shelter. Thankfully nothing happened, but we're getting some funky weather again, aren't we? In fact the next day, and here's that rig that Greg was going down the field with. This used to be my old raking tractor, but what happened was last year when I was hooking that rake up, one of these outlets didn't work and I was in a bind. I had to rake real quick, so I grabbed that, you know, the tractor I used, the 4430, and I just liked the way it sat up, and it was just a lot more powerful. This one's 4-wheel drive, and now I use it to fill silos, and sometimes I just use that little 5065E. But so this ended up becoming kind of a spare, and it's a more expensive tractor, believe it or not. Smaller, but packs a punch. Anyway, back to this tedder. We bought this. You can see what kind of damage this thing honking down the field. It gets pretty plaster, you know, chucking up wet hay. But we bought this probably 5 years ago, made by Kuhn. It ended up being the same dealer we used when we got the rake, because the rake's a Kuhn. And there'll be years that you don't even use this, believe it or not. And I don't even know if we used it much last year, but this is the first time this year we're using it, because we need to get that hay dry. We're worried about it. They had some air quality problems yesterday, and when that humidity comes in, or smoke or whatever, nothing, it just sits stagnant. It's not a good drying day. But so we spread that across the field, and that will have a better chance of airing out. And we're going to hit the field, rake it in a couple days. But that's That's what it was. That's quite the sight with that tedder. That thing really wings it. They take a beating, so, but yeah, there'll be years you don't ever use it. Next up, these bump and run cars. This is my little brother Greg. He's got a couple county fairs coming up this week and next week. And there's Lonnie feeding the barns, going to town. So he's been doing this for close to 20 years, and he's a fan favorite. He usually wins. He gets a little bit of prize money, and so look for that. He goes to Goodell's Fair and Emily City Fair. I don't ever get to go too much because I'm usually milking or something, so he can go. Or if I do go, I'll try to capture him going down the track. 2% they call him. Sometimes they think it's me out there. They think there's Kip Siegler out there running. But it's my younger brother, Greg, that real big guy. We got to fill the feeder wagon, and then we're going to wrap up here. I'm getting towards the end of this bag here, and we're only going to have one left, but by the looks of this corn, we're going to be in pretty good shape. Did a better job this year of killing all the weeds around this corn and around these bags. So, I mean, that makes a difference. These animals can't burrow in here and have any cover. I mean, there's going to be a few spots, but for the most part, better than last year. And that's the goal usually. It's just try to do better than what you do every year. And eventually you're gonna be pretty darn good. This is tiled cornfield out back here by the silos. And this is chopping corn. This stuff is huge. It's pushing 10 foot tall now. And tile ground, 5 inches of rain, 5.5 inches. And that's what you get. This here, next door, my old wrestling coach, non-tiled. It's over about a foot difference lower, but still not terrible. We'll take it. We've been very blessed here in Michigan. So that's the update on the corn. And it looks like we're gonna have enough corn silage. Looking at this, but we won't know that until, we won't wanna count our chickens till they hatch, but one full egg bag left. We put up extra this year, first time, for that reason. And that way the cows hopefully do a lot better all the way through harvest. Beautiful day out here. Look at them clouds. It's like a picture.